All right. Welcome to the Gumbo Podcast. I am your host, Richie Rich, a.k.a. King Richard, a.k.a. Polo Rich, a.k.a. the New Orleans Beast. I would like to talk about I don't know if you've seen my caption here, but the Alphabet Mafia. It's going too far, y'all. It's going too far. And the reason I focused in on this, when I started doing just a little research, I found out some stuff I did not know that I'm about to let y'all know right now. Y'all can tell me, y'all can tell me if y'all agree with this. So it's about 360 million people in the United States, and 1.6 million of those people consider themselves trans as adults. Now, 0.6 of those people, approximately 300,000, ages 13 to 17, consider themselves trans. Explain to me why I have a stat about children 13 to 17 who their brains have not fully developed yet. And if y'all over 23, y'all know what I'm talking about. Scientifically, your brain ain't fully developed till you're like 21 or 22. So we're talking about 13 to 17-year-olds. What do they know about their sexuality? They're going through a change. So this is what they're doing. If you agree with the trans alphabet mafia, they are giving children puberty blockers, medicines to block their natural change from an adult to, from a child, adolescent to an adult. They're giving them puberty blockers. They are medically castrating young boys so that they can feel more feminine. Did you hear what I said? I said they are medically castrating young boys so that they can be more feminine, ages 13 to 17. That's the problem I have right there. Just a precursor, Dave Chappelle is no longer one of my favorite comedians. He's a hypocrite. And I just saw him with a dress on with breasts and all this laugh. So Dave Chappelle, you're not even that funny no more anyway, bro. Okay? And I will say this, too. Dave Chappelle has a problem with trans people. Either he attracted to them or he had a bad experience with one, because that's too much of the same thing. I'm doing a video. I did research, okay? I'm not going to be talking about them every time I get on the video, or the trans LGBT. No. That's what Dave Chappelle do. Dave Chappelle has an issue. He has a mental issue with that, okay? Remember I said that. So that's 5% of adults and 1.4% of children, 13 to 17 in the United States, consider themselves trans. Now, I sympathize, right? I sympathize with the plight of adolescent children having confusing thoughts. However, children cannot make these decisions. Okay? Children cannot make these decisions. What Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union did to their son and whatever he is now, they ought to go to prison. They ought to go to prison. They used to take, I guess his name was Zion. I don't know what the little dude's name is. Okay, I ain't playing them games with y'all right now. Look, they used to take Zion to pride parades. Now at the pride parade, they got naked men coming on a bicycle, whipping each other with whips. King Richard, you tripping, bro? Just Google it and go on YouTube and see if you think I'm playing. Boy, I got a child sent me a picture talking about they at the pride parade. I said, well, damn, is there something you want to tell Daddy? No, Mommy took me to the pride parade. Baby, you're old enough to make your own decisions now, okay? If this is something you want to talk to me about, leave that shit alone. I got respect and I sympathize for Magic Johnson. Do you see that boy? That boy could have been LeBron James as far as stature and what he could do. And he wants to be a woman and act like a woman. That's okay for adults, and it's okay in certain settings. However, a man who was born a man and transitioned to a woman should not be competing in sports with a woman. Oh, but that's not a lot of people that affect. It affects enough people. That's why Donald Trump got elected here, because of part of the way he thinks. Sir, trans person, your physiology is different from a woman. Your bones are denser than a woman. You understand? You're stronger naturally because of your testosterone from being a man than a woman. Do you understand? I never would think in my life that I would get in the ring with a woman and she would beat me. That's like impossible. I have to be 1,000 years old. We don't want men playing volleyball against women, spiking the ball in their face, busting their face all up. Oh, King Richard, you exaggerate. Google it and look it up, dog. Ma'am. It's not a lot of people that's affected. We don't want it to affect nobody. Okay? Some of us, and I'm talking about people on Facebook with me and all this, we have children running track. We have children, daughters playing basketball and volleyball, and we don't want them competing against men. I'm sorry. Go have a transgender movement and have a transgender league. And leave our daughters and our nieces and our granddaughters alone. Okay. Just a few more notes. Look, I saw Ketanji Brown get on TV and say, when she was going through confirmation, they asked her if she could tell them what a woman was. She said she couldn't tell them what a woman was. Now that's your Supreme Court justice that she don't know what a woman is. There's a blend between gender and sex, and this is your gender, but this is your sex. It's not that hard for me. You feel me? It's not that hard for most of us. Most of us know we was born one thing. If we feel like we want to do something else, that's against the natural order stuff. So in 1968, the transsexual movement came to fruition. People started recognizing people having transgender feelings. From 1968 to 1972, it was considered a mental condition. Like something is wrong with you. Like somebody sitting having it's not funny, having a episode, schizophrenic episode or whatever like that. They considered it a mental issue like that, and they treated it as such. Meaning with medicines, maybe to make you feel better, or whatever, slow you down, or whatever the medicines is, y'all, they give you to make you feel, let's go. Whatever they be rapping about, that stuff. After 1972, that's when they started with all of that. 1.6% is this, 0.6% is that. But the problem I have is the 13 to 17-year-old statistics. I shouldn't know that, because you should not be engaging children in that form to treat them for something that until most recently, 1972 is recent. For me it is. That should not be treated as something real until they are grown. Children should not be given hormone blockers to block their puberty. Children should not be given medicines to medically castrate them. And then when they get older, check this out. 82% of trans people have considered suicide. That's 6.6 million people. That's a CNN study. UCLA, 40% of trans people have attempted suicide. That's that's like half. You got 10 trans people, 4 of them. Back to CNN. Trans people have a higher suicide attempt rate, 8 times higher to attempt suicide than a non-trans person. And trans people, this is still CNN, are more likely to die by suicide. They are 4 times more likely than a non-trans person to die by suicide. 60% of trans people have experienced abuse. 30% have experienced bullying. Over one half of trans people have seriously considered suicide in the past year. Bruh. We have to stop indulging in other people's delusions. You were born whatever you were born, okay? If you want to medically change yourself to something else as an adult, go for it. I don't agree with tattoos. I mean, you do what you want. You feel me? I'm not, I wouldn't say I wouldn't. Everybody I know has a tattoo. I don't wear tattoos. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am not for medical castration. I'm not for self-mutilation, cutting off body parts to pretend to be something that you were not born. I don't believe in that. I don't want men going into my niece's elementary school, reading books to them with lipstick on and a mustache, and knowing that's a man that's normalizing that, that's grooming, that's a form of grooming, and I don't agree with that. I think adults should have autonomy, okay? Do whatever you want with your body. That's on between you and Allah and Jehovah, whoever that's between you and them, okay? But don't push that on my children, because that's not what's best. And I just read you the stats to prove to you that's not what's best for you. 82% consider suicide. That's just about all of them. Half have attempted suicide. That's not good for you. Now, the young lady, or whatever they want to be called now, that I was affiliated with, I still got love for them. I still want them to do well. And I told them at that time, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too personal, but let's just say that I would prefer they be here and be doing all of that than not be here. You see what I'm saying? If it's 82% consider suicide, bruh, come on, 9 times out of 10, if you know somebody who's going through that experience, they've attempted suicide. What we going to do about the alphabet mafia, y'all? The church say come as you are, but it don't say you can stay like that. You hear me? In the end, I guess everybody want to go to heaven. Nobody don't want to die. We're going to pray for each other. We're going to pray for our LGBTQ alphabet community, brothers and sisters, you dig? That they have to get a peace in their mind, whatever it is. I know the last thing I told my friend, my love, I said, say, brother, be true to yourself. Whatever you got to do to stick around. You hear me? So, I don't hear from him or her anymore. It's amazing how people come and go, come into your life and go. Having said that, if you made it to the end of this one, that wasn't too long. I appreciate it. Stop watching Clubhouse or listening to whatever that foolishness is. Stop watching academics. He's a clown and he'll get you killed. I'm on the fence about Joe Budden, okay? Because I liked it until it seemed like he stepped over the line and got arrogant. Now everybody got to agree with him on whatever he's saying, so I don't watch him no more. Some people I'm still watching. I'm watching the Young Turks. I'm on the fence with them too, but I'm still watching them. Shannon Sharp I'm watching. Indisputable with Rashad Ritchie I'm watching. And if you want some gangster stuff, but I'm talking about, you know what he's talking about? Check out Al Prophet, the hood expert. And then there's always my girl Candace Owens. Boy, Candace is, say bro, I'll tell you what, that's another one. The husband better keep her in check too. He better be right behind her. You heard me? Because she talking some serious stuff. Look, happy holidays coming up. I got a birthday coming up. I'm going to be in New Orleans. Shouts out to my Uber driver Nick, my Uber driver Larry. Shouts out to Brother Rodney in New Orleans. Shouts out to William Dew. Lil Will. but he ain't live no more. You know, that's some of my right road homies. Corey Do, the whole Do family, you know. Most of y'all. That's another story. Look, hey, I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching the video. Look, like, comment, and subscribe. I had a video malfunction. I put my Cash App in the comments so y'all can help me get another camera. And my birthday coming up, so, you know, let's do some filming in New Orleans. Let's see what we could do down there. You heard me? Hey, y'all stay up, whatever you're going through. Somebody else going through it with you. You heard me? I promise I'm going to say a prayer for all my viewers tonight. You dig? And y'all keep supporting me. We're going to get bigger and badder and deafer. Just take a little time. I'm going to keep grinding. You hear me? Thank you for participating and listening to the Gumbo Podcast. 1.